Hello Taurus, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy and I am so happy that you are here with me today. This is your weekly reading for September 2nd till the 8th. So I'll concentrate on your incoming energies. We'll get some tarot cards. I am going to do your animal spirit card. We're going to get some angel messages to tie the reading together, and then we're going to close out your reading with your angel number. So there will be multiple messages coming through. Please remember it is a general reading, so take the parts that resonate and leave the rest. Please consider commenting if you find that it does resonate. I appreciate it, and it does help me to connect with your energy. Now, I've already meditated and prepared the cards for the reading today, but let's cleanse the space together. We're going to do that with the ringing of the bell. So you're going to hear a loud bell sound now. All right, Taurus, for those of you that are new to my channel, I want to welcome you. And for those that are returning, welcome back. And thank you so much for all of your love and support. So let's get right into your reading today. We're going to start with your incoming energies. So let's find out what those incoming energies are as we move through September 2nd to the 8th. Now, we start the week off with the new moon in Virgo. So paying a lot of attention to details. That new moon is a great time to start manifesting your new wishes, wants, hopes, and dreams. So let's see what is in store for you, Taurus. All right. Spirit, angels, guides, the energies incoming for the beautiful Taurus. Excellent. That showed up in your pre-shuffle a multitude of times, was the Hope card. Also, transformations was coming up in your pre-shuffle as well. There we go. All right. So we're going to get into those in just a moment. We're going to start at the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck is the current energies. So those are the energies that you're bringing into this reading. Quite fitting here. Okay, so let's see. Let's go 3 back. We start with Destiny. Number 10. Destiny is the Wheel of Fortune. And I think that you've been waiting for your Wheel of Fortune to kind of turn and spin in your way. I think that you've been, I think that there's been some conflict. There's been a little bit of obstacles, some challenges that you've been going through. And I think that there's also, with all of these 3 cards here, I'm seeing that, you definitely are looking to change your cycle in some way. The Destiny card is here to say, there is something that is sort of closing here. Number 10 is about kind of the closing of a chapter. It's the end of the numerology cycle. So you close with the 10 and then you begin with the 1. So your destiny is kind of going through, again, it's going through a little bit of a cycle change. Number 5, conflict and defeat. I think that there's been something that you may have been conflicting over. It's more mental conflict because with the blue around here, this is our communications. This is our throat chakra. So I think that there might be something that you've been, maybe you've been having difficulty communicating something with somebody. And that makes a lot of sense because remember, we are coming out of Mercury retrograde. All of August, pretty much the majority of August, Mercury was in retrograde, meaning communications weren't going as smoothly. We weren't receiving communications, but we also weren't, communicating our hopes, our wishes, our dreams, our day-to-day conversations, communications were a little bit more challenging. But the cycle is changing here. So I really feel like this cycle, again, with Destiny being 10, I feel like this cycle is closing out for you. And then you got number 16, disruption, which of course is the Tower card. And that means that there has been some major change. And this is something that's already happened, okay? Because this is your current energies. This is what you're bringing into this reading. So I think that the changes that, whatever you were conflicting with, whether it was communications or it's going to be different for everybody, but there definitely was something where you were feeling a sense of defeat. And that cycle is coming to a close. That sudden change has already happened, and your destiny, your Wheel of Fortune is turning now in your favor. And what I find interesting is that even though you're going through these abrupt changes, when I said in the pre-shuffle, the Hope card came out a multitude of times. And to see it come out again here and it be your first card, it is the card that comes right after this disruption. So, change is a part of life. We don't always like it. we don't always, we don't always welcome it with open arms. But again, the changes in life and changes in our cycles and changes, in our work, relationships, those are all part of life. And change doesn't always have to be, a bad thing. It can actually be something that is productive. It can be something that helps to change things in a positive way. With this number 17 hope card, this is feeling that sense of positivity back again. Even though those challenges were not, maybe not easy to go through, you've done it. You're starting to heal now. You're starting to feel, you're like your energy levels are coming back. You're starting to feel, again, a lot more positivity in your day-to-day communications as well. You're communicating on a better level as well. So the hope card is a very refreshing card to get to start off your week, September 2nd to the 8th. Number 2, your intuition. So again, your higher power is calling out to you, especially during the course of this week. So you're really going to feel a lot more of those nudges. You're going to feel a lot more, of kind of things pulling you in a different direction, maybe pulling you in a new direction. But it's your intuition calling out to you and sending you messages. And the messages are now going to be that much clearer because, of course, Mercury is direct. And then you've got number 5, financial and material changes. So there could be some changes that are happening financially for you, hence why maybe there has been some conflict, why there has been some disruption, maybe there has been some changes. But we'll find out more as we get into the tarot cards. So let's get all those tarot cards and find out, with these wonderful energies, what's happening here for you, Taurus, further. So let's find out. So Spirit, Angels, Guides, you can give us a little bit more information. Let's give us a little bit more guidance for September 2nd to the 8th. Thank you. Thank you. Keep going here. Get a few more cards. Those two stuck together. All right. We've got the 10 of Wands. We've got the Chariot. And we have got... All right. So you've got the 10 of Wands here. So 10 of Wands is all about, feeling a sense of burdens, heavy lifts, heavy weights. It's unnecessary. It can be unnecessary, but it's you taking on the burdens, I think, of other people. I think you take on the weight of the world, and it's starting to weigh you down. So the 10 of Wands, again, being a 10, it's time for you to start lifting and releasing those burdens. And this is where the hope comes in, right? It's healing energy. The Star card is very much healing energy. So, you are really starting to figure out what parts of your life you need to release to take that burden off of you. So you're releasing some burdens. Now, interesting, because you've got intuition here, and then you've got the 7, the Chariot here, which is Cancerian energy. And it's also using your intuition to help guide you. Sometimes we don't always know exactly what the path is that we need to, especially if we've had some changes, and it looks like you've got a lot of changes are circulating around you at this time. And it's really at that crossroads where you're deciding, I need to choose a path. I need to choose a path that's going to be best for me, but I'm not exactly sure. So what your angels are really trying to share with you and your spirit guides is that you really need to use your intuition to help guide you down this path. And, it's not always easy trusting in our intuition. Sometimes we feel really connected, and then other times we don't. But during the course of this week, I think you trying to really get in touch with your intuition is going to really help you to make these decisions, because there is a new path that's opening up for you, but you are in control of your Chariot. You are the one that is in control. You are in control of making the decision on which direction you go. You have to intuitively, accept the guidance that is coming, and it's going to come to you in the form of certain messages that or instincts, those instincts that you have that say, I'm really feeling like I have to go in this direction. And I think that you're going to be pulled in a direction this week that is going to be a much of a benefit for you. Now, these financial material changes, which we had lots of changes here, though you have major changes happening, there's still changes that are still kind of circulating from the current energies that you had with the Tower card here, number 16. But you have the strength. So, you know, again, even though there might be a little bit of disruption where your finances are concerned, remember that you have the strength to get through it, right? There is a protection here. You know, we all go through financial and material changes. And, you know, sometimes what that does is it helps open up new directions in which we need to go. And then the last card here that popped out was the Four of Swords. And this actually works in a beautiful alignment here with intuition, the Chariot, and the Four of Swords. These are actually beautiful cards together because this is about meditation. So the best way for you to receive your intuition, to receive your messages, is going to be through meditation. Pay close attention to your dreams. Your dreams when you're asleep at nighttime, that could be when you're getting those messages that are really helping, giving you some inner guidance. The Four of Swords is rest after upheaval, right? So again, I think that even though there's a lot of changes and shifts and adjustments that you're having to kind of go through during the course of this first week of September, you're going to come out of it towards the end of the week really feeling refreshed. You're going to feel mentally healthier and physically and emotionally healthier as well. And you're going to also feel that stronger connection with your spiritual guidance as well. All right, let's get some clarifying cards here. Let's find out a little bit more. So we're going to get a clarifier for this Ten of Wands. You're feeling a great deal of burdens. When we put the weight of the world on our shoulders, we kind of can lose direction a little bit because we can't see exactly where we're going because we're too busy trying to concentrate on all this heavy load. So it's learning how to release that. And with that hopeful energy, you are going to be able to release it. You're coming to the end of this cycle. And you got the moon. So number 18, the moon. So interesting, you've got the star energy with the number 17, and then you got number 18, the moon. So they come right after each other. And then what comes after that is the sun. So you've got this, you know, let's hope we see some sun energy in here as well. The moon is also about your intuition. So again, Taurus, this is an extremely pivotal week in the sense that you really have to pay close attention to the messages that you will be receiving because they are going to be filled with a lot of clarity. So again, you know, pay attention to that. The moon energy is sometimes our fears and our insecurities, and I think sometimes you're fearful of releasing these burdens because I think you're trying to bring happiness and joy to everybody, and you do that by taking a lot of that weight on yourself, and you're fearful of releasing it. And you have to figure out how to release that so that you can make that load less for yourself. All right, let's get for the Chariot. Let's find out, because you are intuitively knowing exactly the path that you need to go on. There's movement with that card and there's victory with that card. And you got the Ace of Cups, which is beautiful. And that is, you know, that is also very much intuition. A lot of intuition happening here. But the Ace of Cups is about emotional abundance as well. Look at all the moon phases here. You've got the Eye of Protection here. You've got so much abundance. Your emotions are overflowing, meaning you're feeling a sense of release and a sense of happiness. It's as if, you know, even though you've gone through a lot of shifts and changes and adjustments in many different facets of your life, the Ace of Cups is here to remind you that life is full of love. There's a lot of blessings here. There's a lot of emotional abundance. And that comes with, I think, that release of feeling a sense of victory. I think you're going to feel a weight lifted off your shoulders when you're able to make a decision on the path you need to go. And then that's going to help you feel this emotional abundance. So that's beautiful as well. Let's get a clarifier for the Tower and the Strength. Let's find out with the Tower and the Strength if we can get a card there. We got 2 cards. We got 3 cards. All right. So this change is coming to a close. You've got the 10 of Swords, and it's coming to a close with an incredible amount of strength. Whatever financial and material changes that you've been going through, adjustments, and of course it's going to be different for each of you, whether it's to do with your job or whether it's to do with your finances of some sort. The 10 of Swords is the end of that cycle. It's the closing of that cycle. And interesting enough, it's something that's been burdening you. Look at these 2 10s. You've got the 10 of Swords and you got the 10 of Wands. You got the 10 of Wands here as well. So something has been kind of internally bothering you. And, you know, the moon is about our subconscious. So subconsciously, you've been putting a lot of weight on your shoulders. And this is what's causing, you know, this is what's happening, is this is why, because there's changes that are happening and it's causing these burdens. That's coming to a close, and it will close out towards the end of the week. You're going to feel the weight lifted, especially with the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands coming out together. What this is going to do, this energy is going to close that cycle out for you, which is what we need to see. We need to see this cycle close, because then you're opening up the doors to a whole new start, a refresh, a new beginning. The 0, the Fool, is the beginning of the Fool's journey. It's about transformations. It's about being excited about the path that you're going on. I think you're going to feel, by the end of this week, you're going to feel less weight on your shoulders. And I think that you're going to find yourself moving in a new direction that is offering you more joy and more excitement and more fun. There's definitely that burdens are definitely going to be lifted. I think that's the conflict. I think the conflict is that you may be taking on so much with work. You're taking on so much with your family. If you're in a partnership, you're taking on that burden as well. And sometimes it's just a little bit too much to handle. And even though you have a lot of determination and a lot of strength to do it, we have that strength and determination, sometimes there's parts that the cycle has to come to a close. And I'm happy to say, Taurus, that cycle is coming to a close for you, and a new beautiful beginning is starting. So let's see this 4 of Swords. This is the rest after all of this. You are going to really feel like you're going to have a much better sleep by the end of the week. Let's find out if we can get a clarifier. And you got the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is fast-paced movement, Sagittarius energy. It's fiery energy. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. But definitely this is the seeker of knowledge. You know, fastest paced knight in the deck is the Knight of Wands. You are ready to charge forward. You are determined to move forward. You're not going to let any of these setbacks disrupt your plan. You have a plan of action. That action is that Chariot. You intuitively know exactly the path you need to go on. It's going to bring you a lot of emotional fulfillment, and you're going to ready to charge forward. And you're going to be able to do that because you're getting the rest. You're rejuvenating your energy so that it gives you that boost to be able to move on to the next phase. You're ready for the next step now. The next step, which is full of excitement as well. You know, these are both, like, look at all the beautiful colors in these cards here. You can see that there's a lot of happiness here, and that comes after that sort of a little bit of upheaval there. All right, let's get your animal spirit card. Let's find out, Taurus, what's happening here for your week of September. And you got Revealer of Truth. It's the Coyote. So don't take things too seriously. You need to make time for play, and that's that Fool energy. It is. Let your inner child come through. If we're burdened so much, we're not going to let any joy come through. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. So it's all about learning from them. It's the Revealer of Truth. So truth is going to be revealed here, and that truth is going to help you to intuitively know exactly the directions you need to go. All right, Taurus, let's get your angel number. This is the number. This isn't the number. This is the cards to tie the reading together. This is the messages that are coming from your angels. Let's find out what those are. All right. If we could get one more, please. One more card, please. Okay. They wanted you to have all of these. Those are there. And look at that High Priestess again. All right, let's start with the 3 of Ariel. So do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. So, you know, you don't have to go at everything alone. The burdens that you're feeling could be because you're taking on the weight of the world all by yourself. But you need to know that there is people around you. There are people that want to help you. All right. So do what you love. Very important to start doing what you actually love and feel less burdens. The Four of Gabriel, it's time for a celebration. So abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. Well, yes, we know you are releasing yourself from burdensome situations because we've got that Ten of Swords. Something is coming to a complete close here. And then you've got the High Priestess. So powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. You know, and again, that is all to do with your intuition here. And we've got a lot of intuition. We've been talking about it through this whole reading. And your angels are just trying to reiterate how intuitive you actually are during the course of this week as well. And they got the Three of Michael. Something from your past you need to release, and you will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds, and that is your hopeful card there as well. Time is going to heal the wounds. There are some changes, some sudden changes that are coming out of this week, but there are also situations that are closing out for you as well. No longer are you going to need to hold on to anything that is burdening you. So release the past if it is something to do with your past. And then they want you to have the Ten of Ariel. This is a beautiful card. There is so very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement. This could be the financial changes. You know, you're trying to make new decisions in your life and which directions to go. A rich and rewarding family life. So your family life is very much full of abundance. This is the overflowing of the Ace of Cups here. I think there's a lot of love in your reading. Just trust in your intuition during the course of this week, because I really do think it's going to help you to figure out, you know, this next path that you need to go on. All right, so let's get your angel number. Let's find out what that angel number is. And you got number 404, tenacity. So your unwavering commitment and diligence have nurtured a strong foundation for your journey ahead. Do not fear cloud your vision. Your persistence and consistency is aligning with your higher purpose and will bring forth a bountiful harvest. Nothing is impossible with your indomitable will. Indomitable will. So number 404. Now let's see, did we get any numbers in here that are, we got a lot of 10s. So you see, I believe that there is a major completion of cycle going on here for you. And yes, it's going to produce you some changes, but they are going to be changes that are going to be for your highest good. Thank you so much, Taurus, for joining me today. I hope that you found parts of this resonate with you. If so, please leave comments, like, and share. And until next time, sending you love, light, and positive vibes.